Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Washington New Hustle. We're going to talk about the greatest craze on YouTube about options trading and investing. Well, I wanted to do a quick video. It's early morning for me. I'm in the Baltimore area. And every time I look on my Facebook feed, I always see these different people advertising about options trading or investing, that they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. They know everything and they took all the risk out of options trading and investing, and that is sharing the secrets to you. They create this patented system that works 99.9% of the time, and they come at you as though it's for the culture, generational wealth. I heard a term called earn your leisure, and they cater to us minorities. A lot of these faces you see are black people that look just like us, so they feel as though they have a comfort level with us. And then they promote that they have all this money because they made it through the market. And I've seen one guy, he promotes options trading, and he comes in the video with a Bentley, and it's slowed down, looks like a music video. And then the next video is him in the mansion, looking around and stuff like that, and he has some music and it's slowed down. And another one, he's in front of a mansion. Then there's another guy, he's sitting inside of a Bentley, and then he takes you onto I guess he claims he owns an island or something or whatever. And it bothers me a lot because they come at you that way. They come at you, they bring out the fancy money, the jewelry, all that stuff to trap you in. And they cater to us minorities that you're working probably two jobs. A lot of us, especially in the black community, are very new to investing. We didn't grow up like this, and some of us are very new, and we want to learn, and we're trying to figure out who to learn from. And because we see a familiar face that looks like us, we take them for, they're being honest, they're truthful to us. Well, a lot of them, they just want your money, and they not teach you anything you can't learn in a library for free. That's the thing about it. And they get you in, and they want you first, when you get onto their page or whatever, they want you to subscribe to all the social media, meaning YouTube, Facebook, or whatever it is. And then they make money that way, off you that way, because their channels get monetized. And then they want you to click off the YouTube channel onto their website, which is a paid website that they created. They want you to enter your email. They want to know how much money you make, what you do for a living, because they create a mailing list and they end up selling that too to make money off of you. And most of the times they create these classes that you have to go to a physical building. Like I've seen one guy charge as much as $2,000, because in our community, the more something costs, the more we value it. And then now the new greatest thing is that they could do these Zoom classes or like media classes where they'll charge you $97 to go on a class, and this stuff is just been pre-recorded, so they don't even have to even do anything, and you upload to $97 for the class or whatever, and they just teach you basic information. They make money off the classes, not actually trading anything. And what's our black community, we got this term called fake it till you make it, and that's exactly what it is. I wish they would be honest with us and say, look, my goal is to make money off of you. In doing so, I might teach you something, but you have to do the work. Nobody has a system that is 99.9% accurate all the time. And I've been studying Wall Street since 1987. I didn't do my first trade till 1998. But in 87, I was 12 years old. And the stock market crash of 87, I knew somebody was making money. I knew somebody lost some money. I didn't know exactly everything, so I studied. And being in the Baltimore area, you go downtown, and that's where the major library is. And I go there and read the books. And I just got so curious about it. And I would get a newspaper. It was 25 cents a day back then. And then I would look, because you had to go to newspaper and look at the back page and see what a company was. And I had to figure out what this meant, what that meant. And in order to keep up with the stocks, I would have to get a newspaper, because we didn't have cable or anything like that back then. And there was no internet and things like that available to us. But some people on Facebook, YouTube, that probably have a few years of actually reading a couple books, claim that they are this world-renowned investor. And you think about it, if somebody tells you they care about your well-being, generational wealth is for the culture, and they want you to be business savvy, financial savvy, but they bring out the Bentleys and all this other stuff to you, and then they tell you to trade options. Options is very risky. And if you're trying to cater to people that may have 1 or 2 jobs, may have probably less than $1,000 in their checking account at any given moment, but you want them to trade options, which is very risky. Instead of doing investing versus trading, and trading options is ridiculous. It just is you're making them rich. That's all you do. They keep promoting all these classes, and you keep buying them, and they become rich off of you, whether you make any money or not. And then you look at these people that said that they are very wealthy, they create all this wealth from investing. But if you were that wealthy, how do you have time to keep making videos every day, or spending money for YouTube ads and make videos every other day, and you're taking people and just choking them and like, look, do this, it's for your future, for your future, for your future. And one thing I learned, if somebody's more invested in your future than you are, it's something behind it. They're not doing it for nothing. It's fake it till you make it. Every time you pay for a class for them, they make money. Every time you buy their t-shirts, their coffee mugs, they have books that they went in the library and copied off of, and then reworded some things and with the Kinko and changed the cover, and now they're selling you stuff. You can easily go to your community college, might be a $200 course you could take and get the basics down, or go to the library for free, because you have to be excited about trading. You know, it's not for the lazy, it's not for the weak, whatever. I'm just being honest with you. You gotta have a passion for this to keep moving forward. And the money you go pay for somebody to teach you basic stuff, you can use that money to invest in instead of giving it to them and making them rich eventually. And we have to understand that these people are out for themselves. They promote unity and culture, but if you look at some of these people and look at their bio, they're considered motivational speakers. Then they have really no knowledge of really investing. Some people, I heard one guy, he traded a few options contracts and made a couple of dollars, and now he's an expert, whatever. I've been doing it since 1987. I don't have a patented system to sell anybody. The system I use works for me. It probably won't work for 99% people that's on the other side of this camera. I do what works for me, and that's 35 years of experience. And I know what I can make. I know what I can, afford to lose every month, or that's my thing. You have to create your own system. Like, I'm drinking like this orange juice here I got from Costco. Use companies that you're familiar with. You go to Costco, you go to Walmart, use Apple products. Use those as your starting point. You know what they do, and you know what sector they're in, and invest that way. Do what you can afford. If you can afford $100 a month, do it that way. You can afford $200 a month, do it that way. 1 month, you all of us fall on hard times at one point or another. You have a bill that you didn't expect 1 month. Instead of put money away you can't afford to do it, you take that next month you might not be able to buy any shares that month because you got bills you got to take care of. That comes first, not going to other people's classes and they promoting this bullcrap to you like they're so rich. If they were really rich, how they have find time to do all this stuff? And you think about it, if I won $100 million, I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos. I wouldn't be spending money on YouTube ads. For what? I already have the money. I don't need that. And I think people on the other side of the camera, if you won $100 million, would you be doing this stuff? No, they're doing it for a reason. And you have some people that keep putting classes out every single week, and they'll have like a countdown of, okay, you got 3 days to take this class, whatever, and hurry up, and you might lose your seat, whatever. And then when that 3 days over, then they got another class 2 days later, and then another one, because it's just like somebody on a fishing reel. You're the bait. They keep wheeling you in because they make money off these classes, and you're not learning absolutely nothing. And to give you an example, if anybody remember Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, it came out like 1983. And the Mortimers, when they brought Eddie Murphy character in, the Mortimers sat him down and they were trying to explain the commodities industry to Eddie Murphy. And they told him the number one thing is they make money regardless whether their clients make money, because they're fee based. They get a steady stream of income from charging fees. Now, if the investor makes money or not, that's good, but they make steady amount of money off the fees. When you are selling classes, you make a steady amount of money off of the fees versus actually trading anything, because you avoid all your risks. Eventually you'll be making more money off selling classes than you're going to be actually investing anything, and they cater to that. That's why they keep putting out all this stuff, whatever. And like I said, with me, everybody has motivation. If you subscribe to their channel, they're getting paid because they can get monetized. And some of these people that's on people's podcasts, or they've been on a couple shows here and there. And the reason behind it, because they'll see somebody that has a company and they say, oh, this person has 50,000 black subscribers or 100,000 black subscribers, whatever. That's an untapped market for us. Let's bring him in, put him on our podcast. He's going to bring those people to our channel because he's legitimate to them. He's going to bring them over to our side. Then we have a whole number of products that we can sell to them. It's an untapped market, just like the housing market. Is in the last 2 years, because of the health crisis, I'm a firefighter paramedic. You have seen an abundance of people that come on YouTube and create content, whether they know what the hell they're talking about or not. Create content, especially when it comes to investing, because a lot of us we're hungry. We need a lifeline, and they use that in order to create fake classes up and sell you classes or sell their products or whatever. And then I've seen one person have these testimonials where it was a lady who said she was a mother, as she said she was highly educated and she was a business owner, and she said she didn't have time to study the market, she didn't have time to figure out how the market worked and everything, so she took this person's class because he seemed to be genuine and he's making leadways and she trusts him, and it's the best thing she ever happened in her life. And I'm kind of confused, because if you're a business owner, number one, you're a parent, so you should be looking out for your kids. But if you're a business owner and you don't have time to do your research and anything that's very important, your money, I don't know what type of business person claim to own, well, but I wouldn't want to do business with her. It's scripted, because you can see her eyes moving back and forth like she's reading a card. And you like 4 or 5 other people. One guy said he was like 20% in his options contract. Yeah, but how much money did you pay to get that information? You're probably a few $1,000s in the hole. And if you made 20% and you probably spent $1,000 on a contract, whatever, you still negative. It's not a positive, you're still negative. And they had one kid on there, he was in his room and looked a mess, and he said that this is the greatest course he ever had in his life. Everybody should do it. This guy's legitimate and honest, and it looks like he's about to cut the video recorder off, and I guess he remembers. He said, oh, I made $20,000 this week, whatever, this month, whatever. You can too. And he cuts it off, whatever. I'm like, you made $20,000 and you live like that? Come on, man. You bull. It's just a lot of these people use these fake testimonials to wheel us in, and because they think we don't know nothing and we're not educated, they're gonna take advantage of us. So I want you to do your homework. Investing is not for the weak, it's not for the lazy. You have to be passionate about this, because you're gonna have to keep trying to learn more information. And one thing I want to say is that this is not going to change your life. It's not. You're still going to have to work, you're still going to struggle, but this is something that can help your children and definitely do something for your grandchildren. It has to start somewhere. Just like us, we used to, with slavery and people that put in the groundwork for us to make it to where we are now. They laid the groundwork. They suffer and sacrifice for us to move the generation, move the culture along. So you think about that as your family. You'll be the catalyst, and you get started off. You're still gonna be struggling, working hard, but you're looking out for your kids and grandkids. For some people to say that they can change your life overnight, they could turn $10 into $1 million, and they can do this. They're using that just to wheel you in. That's it. You are creating wealth for them. If they're really that wealthy, and YouTube is a free platform, why not teach on YouTube instead of having you click off to their website, which you have to pay for, and they want you to put all your personal information in, and then they're gonna sell that information, and you buying their YouTube coffee mugs and all this other stuff. They just YouTube brokers, stock brokers. That's all they are. Some of them probably don't even know what a Series 7 license is. You have to have a Series 7 license to become a licensed broker. They don't know it's 63, 64, 65, which are federal, state, and local laws that you need to be a stockbroker. If the stockbrokers on Wall Street haven't mastered this system, how can somebody that been studying for a few years claim to master the whole system? They're not Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is one of the greatest investors of this generation. You don't see Warren Buffett bringing out the Bentleys and the mansions when he goes to Berkshire Hathaway and his investors, because he don't need that. He don't need that. These people need it because that's how they make their money. They make their money off of you, selling you classes. So this ends our episode of Washington Hustle. Please like, subscribe if you want, if you can. My goal with this channel is to create funds for children with special needs, build parks, and just to subsidize childcare. That's my motivation for the channel. My motivation is not to buy Bentleys and Rolls Royces and con people out of their hard-earned money. I don't have a system to sell you. Whatever I do works for me. You have to figure out what works for you. And this ends our episode of Washington Hustle. Thank you.